This video, I'm not starting out with the usual meme because what I'm talking about today isn't a joke. It's something that needs to not be taken lightly. YouTube fucked up again, and this time they need to listen. Now, I know this isn't the first time YouTube fucked up, nor will it be the last, but this time it struck a nerve. Now lately, I've been listening to a lot of ASMRs, more specifically girlfriend roleplay ASMRs. They've helped me cope with certain mental problems that I'm going through right now. And one of these channels that I'd frequent goes by the name of Teacup Audio. This is one of the first ASMR channels I discovered that led me into this hobby, I suppose you could call it. She specialized in a lot of wholesome ASMRs. And around midnight last night, she was terminated. The only reason I found out was because I had her channel pulled up, and when I looked back to it, it said that she had been terminated, as well as I saw there were some deleted videos from my giant ASMR playlist that I have. Then I hopped on over to Twitter to see if anyone else was talking about it. Sure as shit, there was a decent number of people talking about it. Even with the massive amount of people talking about it, YouTube still doesn't give a shit when stuff like this happens. So you can bet your ass they were silent on this situation. Until they kind of spoke out. Now, this was on a Twitter post that another person commented on, known as Dude That's Lewd, asking YouTube to take a look into this matter. And YouTube answered with the most bot response that they could have given. Here's what they said. Thanks for the tag. As shared in our last post, our team has carefully reviewed your account and confirmed that due to repeated or severe violations of our community guidelines, your account has been suspended and the decision stands. Now, the first thing you may notice here is that the reply is aimed towards Dude That's Lewd, and not Teacup's channel, which means 1, you totally know this is a bot response, and 2, they don't give a shit. The thing that gets me here is their reason for terminating her is because of nudity / sexual content, which isn't that the biggest crock of bullshit you've ever heard. Now, there was nothing NSFW'd on her channel. Now, she does do more explicit content, but that really doesn't matter in this case because that stuff's over on Patreon, a site Google has no control over. So there was absolutely no justification to terminate Teacup's channel. There's also another YouTuber who made a video talking about this. I'll show you some bits of that were important, but if you want to watch the entire thing for yourself, I'm going to leave a link in the description if you do want to watch that entire thing.
For those of you that don't know who Teacup Audio is, Teacup Audio, or as people refer to her as T, is an ASMR / voice actress that has been making ASMR videos / audio RPs here on YouTube. And recently she hit 100,000 subscribers, but unfortunately recently her channel has been terminated, in case anyone didn't know that. The reasons that YouTube gave off for her channel being terminated were due to sexual content and nudity. Now, of course, these two reasons are against YouTube's policies, but let me explain to you why T was wrongfully terminated and that these claims are absolutely fucking bullshit. Now, the first claim that YouTube makes is sexual content. Now, for all the past couple years that T has been making audio RPs and ASMR videos on YouTube, none of them have been sexual. None of them. They've been wholesome, funny, and overall just helped a lot of people. And at worst, I'd say have made like flirty jokes, but at the same time, that's not sexual content. That's just flirty jokes. It's not any form breaking YouTube's policies or anything. The only time where there's NSFW audio, she posts that on her Patreon. The Patreon, which is something separate from YouTube, you know? Not on YouTube, so there's no sexual content on this platform. It's all on a different platform. Now, the second claim that YouTube has made is nudity in her videos, which is pretty bullshit because videos are just audio with art on them and art in the thumbnails. And within all the art and all of her thumbnails and all of her videos, there is no nudity in any of them. None of them have any form of nudity.
Now, unfortunately, they have not reinstated Teacup's channel as of me writing this script, which is fucking bullshit. They need to. There is no excuse for this termination. But we do have some good news. Teacup seems to be in good spirits despite this entire situation. She posted the following to her Patreon. So this was not the greatest thing to wake up to, but it wasn't entirely unexpected. YouTube no longer supports the kind of content I make, and it was really only a matter of time. I've appealed the termination, but if nothing comes of it, I will be very excited to find an alternative place to showcase both my safe for work and not safe for work collection. I'm honestly just so thankful to Patreon and more importantly to you guys. Seriously, this year has been a mess from top to bottom. I cannot thank you enough for the security and sanity you provide me. I know it's dramatic, but there have been times that I've cried to my mom about how fucked up I'd be without you. No joke, you've seen me through rise and fall, and I'm determined to make this work for as long as I can. This is the only job I've ever been truly good at. I love voicing these characters. I love being weird behind a microphone. And most of all, I love telling the stories you want to hear. Fret not, Teacups, this bitch ain't going nowhere. Thank you for being such badass, wholesome degenerates. Love, T. While it is good to see Teacup handling herself during this entire situation, we still need the fuckboys over at YouTube HQ to tell us what happened. Also, Teacup's channel will be reinstated, unless YouTube wants a shitstorm of hate headed their way. I wish for the best for Teacup and hope that YouTube fixes their error. If you guys want to stay updated on this situation, I advise following me on Twitter, as I will be following up on this situation. This is a massive please, but if you can, go support Teacup's Patreon. Even if you don't like ASMR, support her in some type of way. Whether it's hoping for her channel back or cursing out YouTube on their own website. Her Patreon link will be at the top of the description. The last thing I want to say in this video before I end it, I have a message for YouTube. Fuck you.